Hey, Dream Chasers, this is Aimee J, your friend and personal hype man, here today to make sure that you know that you are enough, that you are awesome, and that you are needed in this world. Guys, I'm so happy that you're here checking this episode out. These are revived episodes of the Your Personal Hype Man podcast. We started it at the beginning of the year. We picked it back up at the end of the year. And the reason for that is that I think there's a need to remind you that you are exactly where you need to be, that you are just who this world needs. And in a time of year where, there's a lot going on between COVID, between the United States elections, between, frankly, there's something going on all over the world. So regardless of where you're listening, there's always something going on. It's hard to think that what you do matters. And it's hard to think that you are needed in this world. And here's the thing, guys, you are absolutely needed. You are absolutely needed. You don't understand the impact you have on this world. And I don't want to see that diminished or hidden away in any shape or form. And the important thing is that you be yourself. And that is who the world needs. And so that's why I started this podcast, to remind you of that very thing. Because regardless of how old you are, regardless of what your gender is, regardless of your sexual orientation, regardless of your religion, you are needed here. Just as you are, the way you are. Okay? So I had to get that out of the way because some of y'all be acting crazy in the sense of thinking that you aren't needed. You are. You absolutely are. Because you don't understand the impact you have on the people around you. You don't know the light that you shine. Even if you think it's kind of dim, even if you think it's kind of dark, it's needed. Okay, so I want to keep that in mind, and I want you to realize that. And here's the thing. Sometimes, there's this thing called spring cleaning, and that people do it periodically, right? Cleaning their area and just kind of working on things. The state of our mind can sometimes be reflected physically by our environment. Like when things are just chaotic, when things are just jumbled and you got a lot of things going on and you just don't have time to clean. You don't have time to put things away. Your place gets messy. Your room becomes a mess. You got clothes piled up on the floor, might be on your bed. You got shoes thrown all over the place. You might even have food and plates here and there. And it's not anything except the fact that you got a lot going on and you're like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have time. Here is a good trick and helpful hint for you. Clean your room. I'm serious. Clean your room. You will find that cleaning your room will have a positive effect on your mental health. True story. When I was going through some rough times, and it was just a lot of things happening at once, all these due dates piled on top of each other. This was during my college years. And I had books on the floor. I had my clothes piled up on the sides. I had plates on my desk. And I was just like fed up with it. And I just didn't know if I was coming or going because there's just so much going on. Well, one day I just like, I need a break. I'm just going to clean my room. And when I put everything away, when I made my bed, when I put the dishes out of the room, when I organized my notes, there was a sense of peace and calm that came to me. And if you don't believe me, try it out. Clean your room and see what happens when you clean the area that you are working in, when you clean the area that you're living in, when you clean your space, it begins to bring some clarity to the jumbledness in your head. Now, if you do that and you still find you got a lot going on and it's still kind of in your head, then what I would suggest that you do is write it all down. Don't try to organize it. Don't try to put it in some kind of semblance of order. Just write it down. You take everything in your head and just write it down one by one, line by line, and don't do anything. The reason it gets jumbled in our head is we can't see everything. There's too many ideas, too many thoughts, and writing it down is cathartic, and writing it down gets it out of your head and into a visual form so you can actually see that it's not as bad as your head is making it out to be. Okay. Trust me on this. I've done it so many times. This works for adults. It works for college students. It works for kids. Write it down. That's why journaling is so important. That's why visualization is so important, because it's in your head. It's in this ethereal spiritual kind of, it's just, there's no form to it. And so it takes up a lot of real estate in your head, in your mind, and it just becomes too much sometimes. So that's why, cleaning your area begins to clean the thoughts in your head. And then if that doesn't do it, you just got to get it out of your head onto a piece of paper. But there's a feeling that you get of joy when you come into a room that's clean, that's just game changing for you. Honestly, if you're feeling like, hey, I got a lot going on, I don't know what I can do, clean your room. That's what you can do. Okay, trust me, it does wonders. All right, so I want you to do that. And so some news that I forgot to share, but we'll share now. As we're getting ready for 2021, right? Today's December 7th, as you're watching this. I want you to check out my YouTube channel. It seems self-serving, I know. But what I'm doing is a 30-day Vlogmas challenge. And it's hashtag Vlogmas 2020. And what it is that every day in the month of December, I am going live and sharing a recorded video of myself talking about an important topic. The theme is getting ready for 2021. And we're talking about a lot of things that are going to help you mentally and physically in doing things to get you ready for 2021 in order to make 2021 yours. Because it's not too late, guys. It's not too late. You can even make 2020 yours. Some of the tips that I'll be sharing will help you make the most of these last few weeks. So all you have to do is go to aimeej21.com/YouTube. And then you'll see a playlist of all my Vlogmas episodes. We've only done 6 so far, right? The 7th one is airing today. And follow me. So hit that subscribe button, click on the bell to get notifications, and just check. So every day I am doing it. Some days are easier than others, but they will be there because I think it's helping me get ready for 2021, and I hope it will get you ready for 2021. But until then, if you feel like, hey, Aimee, all I got time for is the podcast, no problem. Subscribe on the podcast, still coming at you every week, once a week. And we're keeping these episodes short, under 10 minutes. So I appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this episode, if this has helped you, or if the Vlogmas stuff helps you, do me a favor, share it with a friend, leave a rating or review, honest one. It's always helpful. It gets the word out and just shows that people are watching and listening, and lets the distribution channels know that you guys care and want to see it. So if I can do anything to improve, if I can do anything to get better, also let me know that in an email or a message. I'm all over the socials. I got an email, Aimee@AimeeJ21.com. And on the socials, I'm all Aimee @AimeeJ21. All right, Dream Chasers, till next time. Remember, don't stop. Keep chasing.